Hello everybody, you're welcome to the phonetics course, and today I'll be focusing on vowels, and on these vowels I'll be specifically dealing with description of vowels. How do you describe a vowel? We're told they are very complicated to describe. Their features are not like consonants. For instance, when I say p, I know where I know where the articulators are meeting. Two lips are involved. But when I say ah, well, my tongue isn't touching anywhere. So what's the place of articulation? So it's harder to describe. But let's go on. Look at this chart here. This chart states all about vowels. Vowels are sonorants, and by that they are central oral sonorants. What other sonorants do we know? We know approximants, we know nasals. They are all sonorants because, of course, as we'll see in a moment, vowels are always voiced as other sonorants unless otherwise specified. They are obligatory elements of syllables, except of course in cases like where there are syllabic consonants, like mbaka and maybe nkiru and rjili and so on, where a consonant occupies a syllable. Those are rare cases after all. They are produced without obstruction. I guess you know this very well. And then vowels can give audible autonomous sounds. That is to say, distinguish between my p, this is how far or how loud I can get, and then my ah, I can get very loud. Yes, that's part of vowels. Okay, let's talk about this now, the parameter of vowel quality. The first parameter now is the horizontal scale, the position of the stricture, where is the contact, okay, on a horizontal scale. So you see it like this: from the front, central, and back. Where is the position of stricture? The second thing here is the openness of my mouth, right, on a vertical scale. So think of my mouth, it opens on a vertical scale, and then my tongue, it moves on horizontal scale, right? It moves like this. So think about it that way. So the first thing, think about the position of your tongue. Is it fronted or retracted? Think about the openness of your mouth, and let's talk about it as you would see here: close or open. And is it then in between? You would find something close mid, because then it is closer to close, and then open mid because it is more close to the open part, and then you find the mid position. All right, we'll deal with this more as the slides go on. The shape of the lips. When producing this sound, my lips, are they rounded or are they relaxed? Something like this. That's how it will be shown in the chart. Okay, rounded, unrounded, rounded, unrounded. So try to look at these vowels. Okay, look at them the way they are. All of these are the front vowels. All of these are the central vowels, and then the back vowels. Look at them again. Okay, let's look at all of them now. Look at all of the vowels, and then in this tiny box you will realize that the E is unrounded, U is rounded in that line downward, and then we could find from O and O. One is rounded, the other is unrounded, just occupying that tiny box, and that applies to all other boxes. As we go on, you could see again, just trying to summarize that information: front, central, and back vowels. Okay, those are all of them, unless there are others, of course. So let's now take a look at these again. We're trying to understand this. Look at the horizontal scale now. Look at all of the vowels. All of these vowels highlighted in red are closed vowels. All of these ones in blue are open vowels. All of them. All of these other vowels highlighted in green are closed mid vowels. All of them. Okay? They all share one thing in common, while these ones ahead would share one thing in common, that is front. These ones will share one thing in front, central, back, the slides earlier, and this other one slide will share what? Close, open, and all of that on the horizontal scale. So vertical, horizontal. Let's try to see now the description of the vowels. As I've said, openness first, and then what next? Position of the structure, front, central, and back, then rounded or unrounded of my lips. Let's try to describe E as a vowel, okay? Taking that information. Let's look at now the openness. The E vowel is closed. Let's look at the position of the structure. The E vowel is front. And let's look at the shape of the lips. The E vowel is unrounded. Make sense? Okay. Let's see how we can describe other kinds of vowels. So we see E and U, for instance. E is a voiced, closed front, unrounded vowel. U is a voiced, closed front, rounded vowel. Okay? Let's look at the chart. You know this chart, don't you? Especially if you're a student of phonetics. Of course you should. Now let's look at these. We can now see from this, like the difference between all of these is that U and E is that one is just rounded and the other is unrounded. Simple. And so let's take with E, 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 One is front, the other central, one is back. All of them, as I've pointed out, are in the closed position. All of them voice closed front, voice closed central, voice closed back. Everything remains the same. They are all in the closed position. Now, just look at these ones now. O and A. Can you try describing it? How about O? O must be a close, mid, back, rounded vowel. Oh, I got it. And how about this one? It's just the front vowel then. Front unrounded vowel in that case. How about this new vowel completely? We can now say that it's a voice, close, mid, back, unrounded vowel. Look at these, and O. Again, as I've pointed out earlier in the slides, the only difference between O, is that one is rounded, the other is unrounded. You could see from this table, that's all about vowels, right? Thank you for watching. All right, this, as I've said, is about description of vowels. We're going to talk another one. I will see you in the next video as I try to explain, or I try to help you out with the production of all of these vowels and how to use this information in describing vowel to then produce the vowels. I hope that this makes sense, and see you in the next video.